Alrighty, folks, I'm feeling great on a Sunday morning because we cashed in on 3 premium selections on my website yesterday. We had the Orioles and the Phillies, as well as a 2-teamer, and they all got the job done for us. And the only way you could have accessed all of my premium selections yesterday is to be a chairman member on my website. Now, if you don't need all of my premium selections, but you may be interested in maybe one a day, well, you may want to think about signing up for my $1.99 daily best play. It gives you 1 premium selection of mine every single day for the next 30 days. It's only going to cost you just $1.99. The math actually works out to be just 6 cents a day. I currently have over 545 members who are signed up and active on my website right now. And with that, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. We're going to start off with the White Sox at the Guardians, round 3. You get the pun there? You know, because of the big brawl yesterday. Gotta love it. 12:05 Eastern first pitch. Cleveland's $1.35, totals 9. Xavier Curry for Cleveland. Jesse Schultz for Chicago. Now, the White Sox did take the loss in their last 3 straight Schultz starts. They averaged only 2.3 runs a game offensively during that span. And of course, that does not come as much of a surprise. The Chicago hitters are in the bottom 5 in the entire league in runs per game. Now, they got to face Xavier Curry, and I'll tell you what, I like this kid. He's got some talent. He's looked really good. The righty's got an ERA in the 2s along with a 1.19 whip. Now, these Cleveland pitchers have also been tough to hit against at Progressive Field. These guys allow just 3.8 runs a game in front of their own fans. And even though the Guardians aren't particularly offensive juggernauts, well, they're certainly a tough out because they strike out fewer times a game than any other roster in baseball. 6 out of Cleveland's last 10 ball games fell under the total. Chicago went 60% to the under in their last 10 themselves. Give me the Guardians minus 135, under 9. Next matchup, Astros, Yankees, 135 East. New York's $1.20, totals 9. Carlos Rodon for the Yankees, Jose Urquidy for Houston. And even though Urquidy's numbers are unspectacular, these Houston pitchers do pitch well on the road. They're allowing under 7.7 hits a game in their travels this year. That actually puts them in the top 3 in the entire league in that particular category. They're also in the top 3 in the American League in fewest runs allowed on the road. They're taking on a Yankee club who's pretty much refused to hit the baseball for most of the season. These guys are a bottom 3 hit-producing lineup. And in their last 10 head-to-head meetings with the Astros, the Yankees have been held to under 2.8 runs a game. So if you're into historical trends, certainly want to think about that one there. Now, they're probably going to need some run production here today because Carlos Rodon has been lackluster at best. He's 1-4 with an ERA in the 6s. Now, injury-wise, Anthony Rizzo is still out for the Pinstripers. 5 out of the Yankees' last 7 in the Bronx fell under the number. They also went 7-3 to the under in their last 10 meetings with Houston. So once again, if you're into historical trends, plenty of unders to go around. Give me the Astros plus $1, under 9. Next ball game, Royals, Phillies, 135 East. Philadelphia's minus 210, totals 9.5. Taijuan Walker for Philadelphia. Zach Greinke for Kansas City. Now, Greinke's a pathetic 1-11 on the year with an ERA in the 5s. Now, the Royals are also a bottom 3 run-producing team. They're facing Taijuan Walker, who continues to win games for Philly. He's 12-4 in the year with 102 strikeouts. Now, the Phils also went 9-1 straight up in their last 10 Walker starts. They average over 5.2 runs a game in those victories. Bryson Stott's hitting .302 at the plate, 178 total bases for the second baseman. Meanwhile, Alec Boehm's got 71 RBI on the season. He's actually in the top 15 in the majors in RBI. Brandon Marsh is questionable for the Phils. He's got a knee injury. Christian Pache's still out. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, Nick Prado's out for them. The Royals went 7-3 to the over in their last 10 ball games. Meanwhile, Philadelphia went 60% to the over in their last 10 themselves. Give me Philadelphia -1.5, over 9.5. And with that, folks, we're going to jump into our next and final breakdown for the video. It's going to be in that Mets-Orioles game, 135 East. Baltimore is $1.75, totals 9. Kyle Bradish for the O's, Jose Quintana for New York. Now, Quintana's still winless through a couple of appearances. He's got a 1.30 whip. And when it comes to offensive production, the Mets are a bottom 5 hit-producing team. Now, they're facing Kyle Bradish, who's got a bunch of strikeouts and a low whip. The righty's punched out 102 batters this year and also has a 1.12 whip. And at the plate, the O's have had little problems getting on the scoreboard. They're in the top 5 in the American League in runs per game. Adley Rutschman's the team leader in hits. Anthony Santander has the most RBI. Baltimore scored 36 total runs in their last 5 Kyle Bradish starts. Cedric Mullins is still injured for Baltimore. Luis Guillorme out for the Mets. 4 out of New York's last 6 road games got over the total. Meanwhile, Baltimore went 60% to the over in their last 10. Give me the Orioles -$1.75, over 9. And with that, folks, now it's time for our quick pick recap. Give me the Guardians -135, under 9. Astros +$1, under 9 runs. Phillies -1.5, over 9.5. I have packages on my website starting at just $1.99 for 30 days of service. Link is in my bio. Baltimore Orioles -175, over 9. Red Sox -$1.25, over 10. Tampa Bay Rays -1.5, under 8. Nationals +1.5, over 10.5. Brewers +1.5, under 8.5 runs. Twins. I'm sorry, I messed that up. Twins +1.5, under 8.5 runs. Brewers -1.5, under 8. Cardinals -1.5, over 9.5 runs. Braves -$1.20, over 8.5. Rangers -$1.25, over 8.5. Giants -1.5, under 8. I have no free pick for you in the Mariners-Angels game. With my next and final free pick, give me the Dodgers -$1.20, over 9.5. And with that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my website. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, folks, happy Sunday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.